Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome on in. My name is Anu, and I am your Psychic Tarot host. So today's reading is another timeless pick a card. And the topic that wanted to come through was, what are you being prepared for? Okay, so feel free to choose multiple piles. We have three options. The first oracle card here is Infinite Secnum. Probably not saying that right, but that's the image for pile number one. For pile number two, we have Pilgrimage. And pile number three, we have the Sacred Feminine. Okay, so go ahead and pick the one that calls to you the most, but of course you're welcome to watch multiple or all of them, and we'll get right into it. So I'll see you at your selection. All right, pile one, you were drawn to the oracle card, the first oracle card, which is Infinite Secnum. Take a look at the image, and again, I'm new to this deck. These are very deep, so I will be reading the message from the book towards the end of the reading, but we'll do the other cards first. So what are you being prepared for? I can't help but get the feeling of like there's a lot of connections coming for you. I'm also getting like a sense of get ready for people gravitating towards you, which is interesting because this is really giving me a sense of triangulation. So your spirit team or your soul tribe is pretty much triangulating you. I don't know, strange messages come through when we try to intuit them, but there is a very strong connection. There's a lot of energy, a lot of healing, okay? And I do see multiple hands here, at least 4 people that I can see in this imagery over here, and it's pretty much like this could be like a new job that you take where your colleagues are spread across the globe and they're really the chemistry is really good, something like that. It's gonna give you life force, it's gonna give you a lot of sustenance and happiness, but it's pretty much a flow, okay? If that doesn't make sense, I think that the biggest word, the key term for you coming through is flow. So it's the trining energy that I'm picking up on, where things will seem to go easily from here on out. Okay, so there's a sense of ease that you're being prepared for at this time. Also, some of you extra dimensionals are coming through, so this may be a time to connect with your spirit guides. If you want to research different ancient visitors to Earth, that's coming through. So, Atlantis, Lemuria, the Pleiadians, if you're drawn to that, it might be a good time to get into it. But either way, triangulation, flow with the trine, and also people coming into your life. So networking, there's a sense of flow that you're being prepared for after what may have felt like has been a choppy time. Okay, so we have some oracles pre-drawn. Let's look at what else we have, and then we're going to get into tarot. So pile number one, Spirit. Ooh, look at that, purity. And with this card, with the white wolf, I always get the duality as well, with the 2 different colored eyes. I do strongly pick up some of you starseeds, light workers, and the duality, or let's call it multi-dimensionality, is what you're being prepared for. Okay, so maybe be prepared to have your minds blown by all the things that you learn about our ancestors and our galactic ancestors. But a lot of information is coming through that's gonna really delight you and give you a very different perspective on life, and it's all in a very positive sense that I'm picking up. Purity, of course, like purity of intent, of purpose, that is also coming through over here. And I always invite you to like take the messages that you intuit from the imagery as well. We have building blocks, number 28, which reduces to a 10 or to a 1. So that's what I'm getting. There's a lot of information coming, a lot of tools, a lot of connections that are coming through for you that are gonna give you the information that you need. And for those of you who are like taking a new job, you will find it's very easy to build yourself in that. But there is a lot of even for some of you, if you want to get an Akashic Records reading for yourself, I don't do that, but if you know somebody who does that, that's a very good one, because that's really coming with the building blocks. There is something that's unpacking in your DNA, some ancestral knowledge, some starseed knowledge that is being unpacked within you. So yes, your crown may be really lit up, but it's pretty much like you will be provided with a lot of information, so you're being prepared for that. Prepare for sleepless nights for some of you, okay? Because a lot of this information comes when our conscious is not that active, or you may want to practice meditation, or, you know, what is that, delta waves? So put on meditations that get you in that frame of mind where you're not quite asleep, but you're kind of asleep. That sort of state is when the messages come through really loud and clear. So you're being provided with a lot of information, so so you can bring that and share with the world. That's what you're being prepared for. Very interesting. We have Jupiter in Cancer, speculation. And then we have Sun in Pisces in the 12th house, vision. There you go, vision, literally night vision. Pisces is the 12th house. And we're talking about vision. So for you, maybe not just like nighttime, actually, daytime as well, because we have the sun. There's a vision. There's a lot of information coming down to you, which may be a little surprising at first. But again, this is meant to grow you. It's not abrasive or controversial in any sense, okay? So for this group, it's super, super spiritual. You are going through a major awakening. A lot of information is coming. You're being provided with a lot of nuts and bolts on how to live out your life purpose. So be open to those ideas that come through, and approach them with a sense of, you know, pure curiosity, not anxiety, but with curiosity. If something is presented to you, take it with like, oh, that's an interesting perspective. I never thought of it that way. That's the approach you want to take, versus like getting into fear, like, oh my God, what do you mean? You know, what is destiny? What is fate? What is my part in it? If this was already designed, and da da da. So don't get into the fear energy, get into curiosity. That's coming through. And then we have Thief. So that's the information, okay? This is going to be precious information, okay? Not a lot of people are going to have that, because it's an interesting energy to get with the Thief energy. This is pretty much, as I said, for those of you for who know an Akashic record reader, this may be a very good time for that, because it looks like there is some hidden codes or coding in your DNA that is being activated at this time. And I'll tell you about your ancestry and about what you're unpacking in this lifetime, okay? So big energy. That's what you're being prepared for. All right, let's get some cards. Spirit for pile 1. What is this? What is being activated? I feel like something major is being activated for you. We have the 3 of coins, the Lovers. That's the building blocks for me. Okay, we'll keep getting some more cards. What is pile 1 being prepared for? Well, first of all, you're also being prepared for. That's it. Do you see? I remember that it came back to me. The 3, the triangle, the triangulation. So spirit team, you're a spirit team, your soul tribe, they're literally being attracted to you at this point. Also, some of you are being literally prepared for inviting in a love connection or a loving family connection also. There is a duality again, 2 of coins. Let's get a couple more. Spirit, what is pile 1 being prepared for? This is so vast. This is so vast. Yep. Okay. Bottom deck energy, we have the Two of Wands. There's a lot of opposing thoughts. Be prepared, like just between your conscious, subconscious, and your ego. There's going to be a lot of back and forth with whatever comes forward. And this could also be like if there are new people coming into your life, you may find yourself like questioning them, or your ego trying to trick you into fears about these new people. How do you trust them? Those sort of things. So just be mindful of that. But again, this is I would say a major shift or turn in your life. We do have the Tower, we do have Ten of Swords and Nine of Wands. So putting this all together, you are attracting people into your life, and this is going to be a new growth phase. For example, let's say you join a new, I don't know if they even do those anymore, a meetup group where you talk about spirituality, tarot, astrology, or anything, star seeds, or as I said, galactic colonies and things like that. And you come across a lot of different information. Some of it is going to be very, very shocking to your system, where you may feel like your foundations just get slid out from under you because you've never seen or heard those concepts. You may find yourself being a little guarded about that and say, no, I cannot sign up for that thought process. For example, I'll throw an example in there. Someone comes and tells you, well, actually, there is no such thing as karma. Here's why. And that may kind of like shock your system a little bit, but then as you listen to them, you either accept it or you choose to understand it. Okay, you don't have to accept it or you don't have to reject it. So that's some sort of, this is a major, this is not a particular topic in life that I'm seeing, but there's probably a lot of spirit is like gravitating very different types of people towards you so they can help you grow much more further and faster and provide you with the support that you need on your spiritual journey. Okay, there's a lot of energy of duality. We have the duality here, Two of Coins, and then we have the Two of Wands. So something is ending, some old pattern or your anxiety is coming to an end because it's pretty much such a shock to your system. Maybe a belief system is changing for you. So just be open to that. We are all conditioned from childhood to believe certain things. This goes across all axes of our lives, but there may be something that may be changing quite a bit. So just be open to that. That's what you're being prepared for, because you've been pretty much, there's been like a boundary around you. And this is an interesting card, the Nine of Wands. Looks like she is kind of removed from her true home. I feel like the expression here looks like that there is a wall that she can't cross. And this is more metaphorical, where it feels like, there's a boundary that's been set up around you. Usually it's a self-inflicted boundary that we raise around us to protect our heart. But this one I'm picking up is probably more conditioning, where you've been taught a certain thing or certain way of life, which is actually alienated you from your true family. Okay, and this could be true family or true home, where you feel the most comfortable. It doesn't have to be a physical family, okay, and doesn't have to be a physical home. This means something that you've always felt a little removed, and you've always felt that you had to pretend to be like the rest of the people around you. So something is breaking through. That's what you're being prepared for, and it's going to bring like a very new perspective where something's going to tip the balance in your favor. Okay, and this could very well be a romantic partner with the Lovers coming here through, but it's going to give you the building blocks for how you want to live your life. There's going to be a lot of support. There's going to be a lot of appreciation for your efforts as well. So really, really deep, and as I said, deep and vast. It's like deep and vast, like the universe. That sort of ascension is what's coming your way, and that's what you're being prepared for. Okay, yeah, the Hermit again. So, oh my gosh, look at that. the Hermit and the Death card, they just like stayed behind right here. So yes, this is a complete rebirth. There's a whole resurrection that's happening within you, ending of the old, beginning of the new, and it may have been you're finally being called to come out of your hermit mode. Okay, so connections, especially if you've been very much in your solo energy, you are being called, or the universe is presenting people to you at this time. Okay, so Spirit, what's the advice for pile 1? For what they're being prepared for, what is the advice? We have very quickly 2 of Cups, and then we have the 5 of Swords. Let's see how I'm going to place them. Let's get a couple more. We have Strength. Okay, I get it. One more, maybe, Spirit. One more. High Priestess. There you are. She's been quite prominent in readings lately. The advice for you is here, like, yes, this is going to be, and look, this can be something, it does not, I don't want to blow this out of proportion, and I don't want to minimize this, okay? This can be any area of your life. I'm just using examples that are coming to my conscious right now, or what I'm channeling right now, but this could be something as simple as that you completely give up dairy, or you completely give up meat, or you completely give up fruit. I don't know, you name it. And it's such a different way of life than what your family and your friends are used to, that you may find yourself in these, unproductive discussions or debates that don't yield anything, right? And that's where that could be an example. So it doesn't have to be like spiritual practices or thinking. It can be anything like that, where you're deviating, right? We have the Tower. You're deviating from your norm, and it's just clearing a completely different path for you that some people around you may not understand. So take it as it fits, all right? This can also be for some of you who are finding a new form of self-expression, okay? So all of a sudden, now you're all black. You used to wear a lot of colors, and you're all black now, and people are like, why are you wearing black, blah, blah, blah. Anything like that, okay? Gender identification, anything like, we finally realized we're actually bisexual. We're not just a traditional one way, right? Things like that, but everything is specific to the person. So there's a lot of messages coming here, but this can have a range of areas in our life. So the advice here is like, as long as it resonates with you, that's what matters. As long as you love the idea, or you're open to it, and you feel complete with it, you don't need to worry about what others think. It'll take a sort of inner strength, and it's only coming to you because you're ready for it. The High Priestess, again, for this group, I'm gonna keep going back to my spiritual spiel, but this group, you have the High Priestess, you have the Hermit show up, you have the building blocks, you have this galactic triangulation that I'm picking up from you, and then we have the Thief. Usually we want to hide our treasures from the thief. There is something buried in your psyche that is popping up. The High Priestess holds information within. She does not share it with the world openly. She has a lot of wisdom that is locked inside of her, okay? It's hidden. It's a hidden energy. So something is activating that. There is some sort of awakening that's happening over here that's activating that, and all of a sudden this knowledge starts flooding into you, okay? So also be patient with yourself. Stay strong mentally, emotionally. Be patient with yourself. With the Two of Cups here, you have to allow your body, your physical body, to catch up with all the new information that comes through, because sometimes it can manifest in like physical discomfort, like sleepless nights, I said, for some of you, right? So be okay with that. Accept that, because you're being prepared for a much different path. Okay, and it doesn't mean that you're being called to quit your job, or you're being called to quit your relationship, or you're being called to leave home. No, that's not what it is. Our vocation can be different than our purpose. They do not have to be the same. We are living on earth. We need to make a living. We need to pay our bills. So how do you make room for your purpose in your day-to-day life? Something like that is like really cracking through for you, okay? So let's get some messages from your higher self. What does your higher self want to tell you? What are you being prepared for? Pile 1. Keep your commitments. That's interesting, because the message did want to come through, like you don't have to quit your existing stuff to get on this new journey. And then one more is okay, 2 more. Be true to yourself and claim your art. So I'm just gonna take, there's another one sticking behind it. Okay, I'm gonna put that back because that didn't feel, and then be true to yourself. So your higher self really wants to tell you, and this is the 2 of Pentacles energy too as well, right? So keep your commitments, claim your art, and be true to yourself. So it does not, again, art is very specific, unless of course we're talking about t-shirts, and I don't mean that in a derogatory sense that no, the t-shirts are not art. No, like the solids crew neck t-shirts, they are made in bulk. Those are the ones where they're pretty common, but then the graphics and the artwork is what is unique to each designer and each person who expresses or has a form of expression. So be true to yourself. This is important, even though it may look different from others. Keep to your commitments. You can do both. You do have a strong sense of duality in this group. And yes, you're not meant to have one or the other. You're actually meant to integrate different aspects of your life, okay? Yeah, it's like integration, triangulation, interesting words. So look at what popped up. This is going to be your affirmation card, and you have fear. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So this is, again, choose curiosity and not anxiety. That's the main thing. Don't let your fear take over as you get on this new journey. Be okay with yourself, love yourself, give yourself time. And then we also have health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. That's what I'm saying. So some of you may have physical symptoms that come up, like sleeplessness, or some of you may get stomach issues because the new information that you're getting, you can't digest that. Like physically, your body is like, what is this? And then also we have relationships here. I'm attracted to those people who serve my highest good. So everything that we talked about from your initial oracle cards in your tarot has again come through here. There are more relationships coming, loving relationships coming. Be open to new ideas. Don't fear them. Approach them with curiosity and allow your mind, body, soul to adapt to the new information, but at the same time, integrate. Duality, integrate. You do not have to drop your current lifestyle or current way of living as you get this new information or as you get these new motivations in life, okay? Okay, let's read the card from the book over here, and let's see what we have. It's a little bit longer, so stay with me. I'll let you look at the imagery, and I will read this from the book here. So this says, chains have tied me to an illusionary hierarchical system. I unveil it and discover those powerful puppets that are just embodying an old symbology. Accepting that the masses have shaped the world, I recreate and regenerate myself from the very origin of my existence, for I am the world itself. If I contaminate my body, my blood, my air, my atmosphere, I poison humanity. Now I recognize I am an antibody in a sick society. I clean the doors of my perception, and the torus appears, a magnetic field that surrounds the earth, the individual, and the atom, a symbol of my own energy. Wow. I am vital energy. I am the galaxies. I am an infinite circle spiraling into the center. Whew, look at that. We cut, oh my God, galactic energies. Wow. So the message here is face it. I transmute fears. Oh my goodness. We did have that fear card come out over here, right? Which says, I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love and not in fear. So I transmute fears by observing them face to face and acknowledging the pure being that lives within me. Do not banish fear, for it is useful. Banish cowardice. Heroes fear, but they fight. Wow, you're such a hero. Such a powerful reading. So that's what I have for you, Pile 1. I hope this helped. Really beautiful reading for me, at least. I really enjoyed it. If you like it, do give it a big thumbs up and remember to subscribe to my channel. If you want a personal reading, all the information is in the description box below. So just email me and we can set a schedule for you. All right, with that, wish you much love and light. I'll talk to you the next one. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. This is for those of you that were drawn to the second oracle card. I'll bring it up close to you, and it's called the Pilgrimage. So we're looking into what are you being prepared for, and you chose pilgrimage. So needless to say, that is something you're being called to do, is to go on a journey, self-growth. Does not have to be a hermit journey. I'm getting that. You could be like doing something as a yoga retreat, or a those silent retreats, the Vipassana, or some sort of because I do see the mandala here in the background. There is some sort of physical, emotional, spiritual journey that's gonna heal you a lot, and it's gonna heal some childhood wounds over here. I am seeing some like with the cradle around her womb here. It does look like there's a lot of healing, even for those of you who have been trying to heal our physical womb, okay, or our sacral chakra. That's coming through, but it is a sort of a journey, okay? It does not have to be long. I feel even like a weekend away could really help you heal some of the issues, or maybe find a new practice that helps you relieve some of the anxiety. But you're being prepared for some sort of journey, and then this could become a lifestyle for you. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, some of you are going for a Reiki session, even for massage therapy, a spa. Take it as a fit along the entire spectrum of the self-nurturing axes. Any of those could be. And then again, we're also going to read the message from the book for this card towards the end. So we'll get a little bit more specific messages from there. But there's a lot of Reiki and a lot of rays and a lot of healing journey is what I'm getting from this. Okay, so that's what you're being prepared for. Look forward to a lot more physical benefits and positive changes in your body as you shift some of the things in your mind. And some, like as I said, there's healing of the womb literally for some people here. Okay, let's see what we have. You are being prepared for. So we have diligence. Okay, so stay at it. That's what I thought, that this is going to be a life. It's going to become a lifestyle for you. Okay, with the diligence energy coming through. It's also going to give you a very long view on how to live your life, because this is like pretty much a bird's eye view that I'm picking up over here. And this is something you're naturally going to do for a long time to come. Let's see what else come through. We have a leg up, 34 or the number 7. Yes, so you're being supported at this time. So again, this is interesting because if you get called to attending something like an ayahuasca or any yoga community, Reiki healing or Reiki training, some of you may be trying to do that. This is really gonna set you up on a very beautiful path. Okay, this is going to become your lifestyle. You may be healing others, so there may be an like a healer that is breaking out of you, okay? And this may, you'll, of course, we start, like, even if you, those of you who've done Reiki training, you learn by healing yourself. So you have to heal yourself first before you can actually heal others, right? So this will become that sort of journey for you. That's what you're being prepared for. So you're getting on a journey to heal yourself, and then by healing yourself, you're also going to heal others. For some of you, literally could be joining like a, you know, maybe you're going to med school or nursing school. Any of the modalities. It does not have to be just the holistic ones. It can be any of the modalities, but this is a long, even a career that you're being prepared for, a long-term career that is going to really line up with your soul and your spirit. 7 really talks about truly aligning with our soul. Okay, so you're getting a leg up on that for a very long-term effect. Let's see what we have. We have Moon in Gemini in the 3rd house, adaptability. Yes, as I said, some of you may be, this would change your day-to-day in your immediate community as well. So the 3rd house, of course, is the Gemini house. It's the mind. It's the media. It's talking. It's also our siblings, our immediate neighbors, our colleagues. So literally our day-to-day may look different, and you're being called to adapt to it. And this is also, the more you adapt, actually, the better you feel settled. It's interesting because adaptability requires for a lot of change, but the more you keep changing, the better you start liking it, is what I'm hearing, because the moon talks about our comfort zone. And almost flexibility and adaptability become a natural to you. So this may surprise some of you as how much easily you move through changes now than you used to before. So you've really grown on the adaptability scale to the point that actually brings you comfort. Okay, so watch out for that and comment below, because that's a very, very strong skill or asset to have. Then we have Mercury in Aquarius, 11th house, originality. That's what you have, an original path. You're being prepared for a unique path here forward. And again, we have Mercury here and we have Gemini here. Mercury is the ruler of Gemini. So you may also teach something vocally, verbally, I'm hearing. And you may have a very unique style, because Aquarius is the 11th house. It also talks about the larger community. So going back to what I picked up here, this is a journey that you're going to heal yourself and you're going to heal others near and far, whatever this is. So Aquarius is also technology, science and technology. So health, science, technology, healing, for a new view for a very long time to come. Okay, so you may be working on something cutting edge. It's possible, and you're able to do that because you're being very adaptable. Okay, so that's what you're being prepared for. And then we have prison, so breaking out of a mindset. I really like seeing this, especially like right next to I know the word prison doesn't sound good, but it's the energy of it coming next to Aquarius in originality. You're gonna break through some barriers and you're gonna blow people's minds. Okay, there's a unique way to you that you're bringing forward. So Spirit is really calling you to express that to the world, and maybe also use different media tools, because Gemini and Mercury is very prominent here, for you to get like a little bit more exposure on whatever this is. Okay, so let's draw some cards. Let's draw some tarot. For pile 2 Spirit, what are they being prepared for? Death. It's such a poor worded sentence. Again, there's your rebirth. It's death and rebirth. There's a complete ending of an old way and starting of a new. Okay, with the healing here, something that was a long-term wound is being ended with the death card coming over here. It is the Phoenix moment. You're rising from the ashes. Okay, that's what you're being prepared for. Scorpio energy coming through. What is pile 2 being prepared for, Spirit? have the Queen of Swords. We have the Seven of Coins. We have the World. Wow. And by the way, 11th house is also like our long-term goals. What do we have here? We have Five of Wands. Let's get a couple more. Maybe one more. And King of Swords. Wow. So look, if you've been holding your tongue, now is not the time to hold your tongue. We do have Page of Wands at the bottom. So it's a new spark, a new pathway that is opening up for you. You're being prepared for it, but you have the pair. You have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords both at the table. Swords are our thoughts, our communication. So it's also healing of the mind, okay? For some of you, if you're studying psychology, I'm getting, if you're learning to be a life coach, a mentor, helping people heal their mental ailments, it's like illnesses, ailments, or mental health is coming through very, very strongly over here, okay? And this is where, again, it can be energy work that can unblock people's childhood traumas, okay? So pay attention to if those opportunities come up for you where you're being called to coach a certain group or heal people or give a talk about maybe you've cracked something in your life and how you handle it. If you want to just share with that, like a social media post, I don't know, right? The size of it does not equate the impact of it. A lot of times it was like, oh, I have to have X many followers to have an impact of this amount. No, that's not what it is. It's like even the smallest bit of information that you can share is actually going to heal a lot of people. And that is part of your purpose over here. Communication is going to be key. This is time to cut out all the crap around you or the people whose thoughts do not match you, because this, with the originality in the 11th house, we are very picky about the people we allow in our life, and that's what you're being prepared for. Like right now is a time to use your discernment and be diligent on it, and not let energy vampires be in your circle. There is this is a long-term view, I will tell you that. That's why you're being prepared for it, because I do get that this is a long-term journey, and especially with the Seven of Coins. So keep at it. Some of you need to hear the message or a confirmation. If you're on a journey already, like this is not going anywhere. Should I quit? Should I continue? What do I do? I've put so much into it. The answer is keep at it. Okay? This is a journey. You're 70% of the way there, just 30% more to go. So don't give up. That's the main energy over here. We have the World, okay? So this has been a slow journey. The World to me is Saturn energy. Saturn moves really slow. It's a heavy planet, but this talks about new beginnings. We have endings, we have new beginnings right here, okay? What you need to cut out is these not random, or people who suck up your energy, because guess what? You're the King of Swords. You need to have a very clear mind on what you're trying to pursue, who you're trying to pursue. You need to have a very clear strategy, and you need to, of course, being the King and Queen, the higher court cards, they are also the leaders, so they have to adapt as well. And for adapting, you need to cut out the clutter. That's what's happening, because you're being prepared for some sort of spiritual healing journey that's actually going to help the world. And maybe some of you are becoming doctors or some healers, or a physical therapist or a fitness coach, any of those, okay? Physical, mental, emotional, anything to do with health, well-being is what you're being embarked on, is what you may be embarking on, okay? And you're being called to stay committed to it and have very clear vision on how you're going to proceed on that. So Spirit, what's the advice for my pile 2? What is the advice for my pile 2? We have 4 of Coins. We have 10 of coins. We have Knight of Swords. Maybe one more or two more. Okay. Pardon me as I arrange the cards. Okay, so we have the Four of Coins, or Four of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Swords. And then we also got the Six of Pentacles and Judgment. Wow. So staying true to yourself. This is very, very important. And you have the King and the Queen of Swords as well. Like your truth, it's cutting edge. Maybe it's some cutting edge technology that you're working on. But as we have the 7, we have the 6, we have the 4, we have the 10. There's a lot of pentacles, okay? This is going to be a life-sustaining path as well. It's going to bring you a lot of abundance. So be ready to receive. Also, you know, equal give and take. I think one of the messages that came early on was like self-healing is important too. So you have to heal yourself first before you can heal others, and whatever that means, right? So, for example, I can't be a physical, what is it called? A fitness coach if I myself am not fit, right? It's just a simple fact. Well, I can be. It's not about I can't, but then how will I be able to motivate people if I myself am not fit? And fit is not just like physically looking a certain size. We're talking about our how jovial are you? What is our inner light? Do we have that spark? Are we healthy inside and out? Right, those type of things. So be ready to give to yourself first before you give to others. This is gonna pick up pace, okay? So you have a lot of swords. Maybe you're getting a lot of ideas. Write them down. You have third house, Gemini, you have Mercury, you have Queen of Swords, you have King of Swords, and then you have also the Knight of Swords. So mental energy is very, very high with you, Pile Group. Please do make note of those ideas. This is going to bring you a lot of abundance. Remember we said like 7 of Pentacles, keep at it, don't give up. This is going to bring you a lot of abundance, a lot of fulfillment, physical fulfillment and happiness in life. And then you are really protected, okay? The advice is like, don't feel like you're all by yourself. You have your spirit team to guide you. This is like the big, it's interesting because this is the, looks like a vulture to me who's protecting this girl and giving her you know, shelter from all these, which look like flowers, but also look like little arrows to me. And I'm getting that because vultures also represent the cycle of death and rebirth. Okay, they talk about nothing ever is wasted. No knowledge is ever wasted. There is a place and time for everything, and there's value in everything. So there's a very strong phoenix energy that's coming through. Some of you may be Scorpios with that. So you're very protected. Even when you feel you're going through a major healing process. Okay, so the advice is stay committed to your journey. Okay, this is gonna pick up pace. Stay true to yourself. If this is your calling, this is your calling, and that's what matters. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Everything else is gonna balance out, and you will find the inspiration and the firepower to move on it. But your mind is, woo, it's really lit up. Your crown is really lit up at this point. So let's see if there's any messages or advice from your higher self. So higher self of pile 2, what do they need to hear? I just said it. I love it. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. So tapped into your energy, pile 2. Be true to yourself. This is the Judgment energy. I want to put this right here. Okay? Be true to yourself. You, like, no wonder all the swords that are coming through are the higher court cards with swords. Yes. Stay committed to this path. Stay true to yourself. Stay diligent on this. Become a clear channel. Yes, with the pilgrimage over here as well. It's getting a lot of rays. So become a clear channel. Your crown is activated. And the final message from your higher self: love yourself. Wow, pretty much everything that we talked about, pretty much. So thank you so much. And again, for you guys also for tuning in, because your energy is very clearly connected with my spirit team and your spirit team. It's coming through very well. So stay committed to this path, okay? Stay true to yourself. You do channel a lot of messages, so definitely take a note of them, digitally, physically, however you want to do that. And then, of course, it all starts with self-love, right? Being patient with yourself. So let's get you a couple affirmations, your soul affirmations, so soul lesson affirmations. Pile 2. What are they being prepared for? What is the message? Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. Right here. That's what I got with the 4 of Pentacles. I was going to say 2 more. And then we have here, there's some sort of like, yeah, okay. We have balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Beautiful. That's another affirmation. And finally, perseverance. There you go, with the diligence. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to, okay? You are a very diligent person. Stay at it. Be committed to your cause. Be true to yourself. Love yourself, and know that this is not a solo journey, okay? Let's see. So that's what I'm getting from the cards. Let's go to the book and read the message from this card. I'll bring it up to you again. So I'll read from here. That's your card. And this says, pilgrimage. I am on the journey of life. I take advantage of this journey to revise limiting beliefs that have blighted my past. For too long, I have surrendered to my weaknesses, and now I clearly see a task before me. I will not put it off any longer. I am capable. I can do it. In one insightful moment, I cut the chains. They did not know it was impossible, so they did it. Okay? And it talks about courage over here. Courage. Today, I look life in the eye and accept that we are dancing a dance of joys, illusions, and sorrows. I have not come here to be perfect. I have come here to be real. When I expand, fear diminishes. I leave the shores of safety to venture out in this journey. I take a leap of faith, and I receive my reward, my cha-ching 10 of Pentacles. Wow, that was gorgeous. All right, that's what I have for you, pile 2. If you like the reading, do give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you wish to get a personal reading from me, all the information is in the description box below, and I'll get back to you when you email me. With that, I wish you much love and light, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. This is for those of you who were drawn to the 3rd oracle card, the Sacred Feminine. So just cleansing your space and we'll get started. It's interesting. Each of the previous 2 piles have been very unique, and yours looks like that way as well. So I'm going to intuit the card, and I invite you in to do as well. But towards the end, we're going to read the elaborate message from the book as well. So let's see. We have the Sacred Feminine. There are so many messages in here. It's crazy. Some of you may have a leopard as your spirit animal, but there's, of course, with the Sacred Feminine, a lot of feminine healing coming through. So what are you being prepared for? A lot of healing of the, I'm hearing the maternal ancestry, okay? So your maternal ancestral line, if you had certain repeating patterns, it's just coming through very strongly. Repeating patterns in your lineage, those are being healed and are being unblocked via you. So maybe you're embarking on a journey or doing something that is actually breaking those chains and healing a lot of that ancestral karma, okay? And I've said this on my channel before, if you don't know. So when we break a chain, we not only heal our future, because we clear our karma and we clear up the karma for our lineage in the future, but we also send healing back, okay? We send healing back to our ancestors, and in turn, even more blessings come to us, okay? So the healing goes pretty much back and forth. But this breakthrough can be pretty jarring for the person who goes through this in their lifetime. And yes, it creates a few turbulent years, but after that, it is just bliss. Okay, I'm hoping for that. Anyway, but some of you needed to hear that. So specifically because it's the feminine again, this may have been a lifetime where you haven't received your equal share in some area of your life. So this could be career, this could be relationships, this could be family love, anything, or community where you've always been diligent and worked and given your best, but you haven't always received. That is where we have the feminine blocks. Okay, and that's opening up. That's opening up now. Literally, there is the reproductive system showing up over here. There's the death energy with the skull, so there is a resurrection here. Okay, and I know the imagery is a little bit too can be for a few people a little graphic, but it's almost like, you know, when we use the expression, we've given our blood and sweat to something, and now we're finally reaping the reward. So that's the energy I'm getting, because you know, if this is a mirrored image, but these women are really providing their life force, their love, their physical energy to the ground beneath. Okay, so you're very connected to Gaia as well. A lot of messages coming for this pile. So this is you being prepared for a much positive outlook on life. You're also being prepared for being in a position to break a chain if you're in that position, and know that you will be supported through that, but you're going to send healing both up and down in your ancestry and in your lineage. And literally, some of you are being prepared for motherhood, okay? Be it whether you're conceiving a child or adopting, doesn't matter, but some sort of parenthood, specifically motherhood, is what some of you are being prepared for, okay? Wow, a lot wanted to come through with that card. We'll read from the book towards the end after we've done our general card reading, okay? So we have some oracles pre-pulled, and then we're gonna pull shuffle live for tarot and other cards. Wow, new beginnings. You're giving birth. You're giving birth. You're being prepared for new beginnings in your life. Now, any axes of your life, as I said, especially where you have felt you have not received your equal share, or there hasn't been an equal give and take, that is changing, but definitely you're being prepared for some new beginning in your life. And as I said, for some of you, it could be parenthood, for some of you, a new job, you know, a promotion, a new location, something like that, where it may take you a little bit by surprise, but there's a deflection point in your life, okay? Go the distance, number 47, which reduces to an 11. 11 is a master number. So again, a lot of spiritual support here for you. You're being called to, remember I said that this can be, for the person who breaks the chain, it can be a few turbulent years, but then they're really worth it. This is for that group, again, that set of people. Spirit is really calling you to not give up. You are very close to the finish line. You see the flag here? You're so close to the finish line. And then again, a cheetah showing up. So some of you have like big cats as your spirit animals. I would highly recommend just like quickly online read up on spirit animal meanings of like a leopard and a cheetah. It's you'll be surprised at how relevant the messages can be to your specific life stage. So I would highly recommend that if you have time. Just take like 2 minutes to read up on that. But you're very close to reaching your destination and to starting something new. So stay at it. Absolutely stay committed to this. So you're being prepared for, oh my goodness, are we like, wow, please comment below. Drop a few baby emojis if you're starting a new business. If you're literally giving birth, you have Venus in Cancer in the 4th house, and it says literally birth. Look at that image. Look at that image. Okay, so there's something that is brewing under the surface. If this is not like literal baby, right? I doubt everybody's having babies in this group, but there is something brewing that has been, do you know how they say, like, you can't rush making a baby or like bringing a child into the world. There is a, let's say, roughly 9-month period, 7 to 9 month period, whatever that is, for the baby to be ready to come. And that's what this is. It's something that's been hidden from you, that has been concealed from you and from the world because it wasn't ready yet. But guess what? You're being prepared for it. Now that, what's it called? Gestation period is over. That new beginning is happening. Wow, powerful pile 3. Do drop, please let me know what this new beginning is. And especially if you're becoming a mama or a daddy, drop me a baby emoji, even like a fur baby if you're adopting an animal. We have Saturn in Libra and the 7th house, devotion. What did I say? Go the distance. Stay committed to this. This is not the point to give up. Stay committed to this journey, to this cause, whatever this is. It has been heavy. We do have Saturn here. Relationships have been challenging, but now you're being prepared for a new beginning, even in relationships, okay? This birth could also mean that you're starting and embarking on a journey with another person. So a new relationship is starting, because you've also healed the receiving side, the feminine side, where we learn and go through a journey of how to actually receive love. Okay, that is often quite difficult, believe it or not. So that's healing, and for some of you, it's really bringing you a love partner in your life. And then we have pleasure seekers. Interesting. So it's giving me a 3 of Cups energy. So maybe you're also being prepared for some friends, some new friends in life, or a little bit of a lighthearted energy. And I like that, especially coming next to the Saturn and devotion. So be open to that. You are being prepared to it. If you've been in a hermit mode, especially like if you've been underground with this energy, like you've been in a gestation phase, Spirit is asking you to come out and start mingling with people, give people a chance. Not all of them are gonna, right away kick it off and get on the same page with you, but that they're all part of your journey. They're all supposed to bring you some sort of growth, and you're supposed to bring them some sort of growth. But it's also like, from the beginning I was saying, this is a deflection point where things are going to start becoming easy, okay? And that's what you're being prepared for. So be open to that. Be open to a little lightheartedness and a little fun in your life as well. Okay, wow. Pile 3, my sacred feminine pile. Spirit, what do they need to know? What are they being prepared for? Let's get some tarot. What is my pile 3 being prepared for? We have the Hierophant. There's a bunch of cards I flipped out, so I'll keep that in mind. It's also giving me similar to Saturn energies, but let's see. What is pile 3 being prepared for? The Chariot. Winning, charging ahead. Look at that energy. We've got the Chariot, so Cancer energy showing up. We have the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Excuse me. We have the Two of Swords. Two of Wands, the Sun, and the Three of Swords. Okay. And then the Moon as well. Wow, that is a lot. So let's put them in sequence and then try to see what's coming through. What are you being prepared for? We have the Two of Wands, and we have the Sun, we have the Three of Swords, and we have the Moon. Look at the feminine energy and the masculine. You have the Sun and the Moon. Wow. New beginnings in day and night. A lot of victory, a lot of passion. This may, oh, perfect. I like this. Okay, so this is you being prepared. And again, there's a 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which is stability and sustenance and a lot of fulfillment in your life. So you being prepared for a major change in your life, okay? With the Two of Wands, you see like pretty much there's a deflection, okay? This person is trying to decide which way do I go? And this is an energy of having the option to choose how we want to live our life, okay? Because things are now becoming easy. We may have been in a phase where we did not have many options, or we felt we did not have much choice or many options, but that is changing now. The divine feminine is really waking up. We have the moon here. The moon often, similar to this, it heals, but also keeps things concealed. It keeps things in the dark. Because we're not yet ready to receive either the information or the thing, whatever that is, or the data on something. It's usually hidden, it's concealed. And that pattern is breaking. It's also, I'm getting for some of you, you've been in a very solitary mode with the Three of Swords and the moon because we've been hiding. Okay, perhaps this concealing energy is our own, and then we've been concealing ourselves from the world. But guess what? It's time to come out and shine now. It's time to take that step and not be in this limbo. Both these energies also talk about a standstill, because we may have been in indecision, we may have felt we are stagnant in life in whatever shape, form that applies to you. But this is now what you're being prepared for, is actually a lot more momentum. So for some of you, also get active if you've been thinking about, I'm specifically hearing getting back into running. Go for it, because it looks like you've been a little unsure and you've been ignoring it for a while. Again, connection to earth is very fruitful for you, very important for you, because this is time to really progress and take charge and bring your full energy to it, whatever this new beginning is. Fire, no, this is not fire, although she looks like she's in fire. Fire, fire, fire. Okay, and then we have air, air, water, water. So you have all the elements, and you're being called to use these elements to create this earthly abundance, okay? The Ten of Cups, which is also Ten of Cups is also coming through intuitively. So it is a time to actually take action. It is also a time not to give up, and it is also a time to come out and shine. Come out of your comfort, of your comforter for some of you, if you've been hiding in there, because it is time to give birth to yourself, to a new you, and come out and shine in the world, okay? Interesting. Very, very interesting. There's going to be multiple areas of your life. And I'm trying to see. There could also be a divine connection with the sun and the moon here. I mean, that's a divine masculine and the divine feminine coming up. So as you heal the feminine, you may also, for those of you who are looking, this also came through before, right? With the connection, I think so. With the new beginning, this could be a connection as well, like a romantic connection as well. So there is a pair over here with these major arcanas. Okay, so what's the advice then? What is the advice for pile 3, Spirit? On this journey that they're being prepared for? I think the advice is go, go, go. Go the distance, no stopping, stay committed. So what's the advice? We have the High Priestess. You know this is something you have to do. Another feminine energy coming through. Wow. Kudos, pile 3. Like, what an amazing journey. Whoa. Excuse me while I get the cards. Okay, so these are the two that went flying off the table. Advice for pile 3. Ten of Swords, Knight of Swords. So I'm going to get a couple more. So we have the High Priestess. There, it's a High Priestess and the Moon. We have some Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Maybe not Scorpio, but Pisces, Cancer in this group. Very strong, like higher, I would say higher octave of feminine energy coming through with the High Priestess and the Moon. So we have High Priestess, Ten of Swords, Knight of Swords, and then we also have the Queen of Coins and the Magician. Wow, just look at your cards. And then right there, the Ten of Pentacles again. So the advice for you is, look, this is something you know you have to do, okay? What area is this that you've been trying to bring a change in your life? And I said for some of you, this could be You may even think it is, and I use these words very carefully because I don't want to send a wrong message. Some of you may feel it as if like you've been cursed in life, okay? Nothing ever went your way, and some of you may feel like this has been a curse on the women in the family. You know, they're never happy or they've never received their fair share of the bargain. So it's also Spirit saying that that's a pattern that you need to end, okay? This way of thinking needs to go away. You need to shift your energy and say like, all right, if this is a challenge, bring it on. Bring it on. But it's because look at the firepower that I have. Look at the commitment that I have. Look at how devoted I am. I am not giving up. I'm going to break this chain. Okay, so it's just a mental attitude that needs to shift. And almost like we'll see what comes in your, some of these energies come in this soul journey affirmations as well, whereas like, all right, a challenge is a growth area. If there's a blocker, it is a reroute. If there's a rejection, it is a protection, things like that. So there's a very strong message here for you, pile 3, to switch the way you look at things. And when you switch your energy and you give it no power, the thing or the person or the event loses its power, okay? And you become even more powerful. So you have this innate ability, being the high priestess, and you know this is something you have to do. So stay committed to it. Okay, with the Knight of Swords again, the Cheetah energy is like power through it, because you are coming into a very new way of life here. Look at that, you are the Magician. It's the number 1 major arcana, new beginnings. You are giving birth to a new you, and this may look very different from the past you, because there's a lot of, if you see, there are these images or these figures are not dressed, right? And the bareness really talks about where we've shed so much extra skin, so many layers and layers of conditioning that we're completely bare now. And we're starting true in our power. That's the birth. The babies are always naked, right? Because they're starting fresh. They have no conditioning. They have no expectations. And they're truly pure, okay? That's what you're coming into, and that's what you're being called to do, is like embrace your true energy, embrace who you truly are, and build your life the way you want it, because you're breaking this chain. Definitely breaking this chain. And you have all the elements that you need within you. This knowledge is hidden within you. Okay, that's what you're being prepared for. Okay, so let's get 2 or 3 cards, like messages from your higher self. What does your higher self want to tell you at this point? Pile 3. Unbelievable. I just said that. This card has actually come out for 2 piles. But literally, as I'm saying, be true to yourself, this one wants to pop out, all right? So we will take that. That is definitely a strong message today. Let's see what else. Laugh at your demons. How strong is that? Again, this is where, changing that mentality, changing that, okay, my fears and my ego tells me that, I never get it right, or, all the women are just, not healthy in this family, or they always get bad relations or bad jobs, and whatever. Those are all your demons, okay? If you laugh in their face, you take their power away. So this is a very, very, this is like not just for this time, like generally, if life throws challenges at you, just laugh and say, fine, bring it on. That's a very Chariot energy that's coming through. Let's get one more. And we have do all things in moderation. All right, so there's a part of like self-care, self-nurturing, self-healing, which is also important. So don't go all the way, completely overboard into pursuing this, because remember, it'll happen when it's time. So try to moderate your energy as well. And moon energy is also here, which always talks about self-care. Moon does carry a big message with it, is like, because moon, Luna goes through her shadow and then through her light, and the reason is because in shadow she rests, right? It's also related to the menstrual cycle that's required. It's there to help us heal so we can get our energy back up and get ready for life again. Okay, so that's some of that is coming through with here. like I know I said some of you have been trying to get back into running, so ease into it. I just want to call that out, and don't like exhaust yourself over there, okay? All right, let's get you a couple soul journey affirmations. What you're being prepared for, what should be your affirmation for that. Pile 3, we have look. Oh my goodness, we literally talked about this. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Thank you, Spirit, and thank you to your Spirit team. We're really tapped in with you right now to pile 3. This is literally, I was talking about this card, and I did not know it was called adversity, but this message came through the challenges is how we, grow. Wow, make that your mantra. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Let's get one more. 2 green. Ooh. And abundance also wanted to come through. This also flipped out, so we'll see what that is. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. So we got extras for you. We have happiness. I'm aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Exactly. You know your path. Also, dolphins may be your spirit animals as well, if you want to read up on them. Then we have gratitude, and literally looks like the woman's part. Feminine, I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Attitude of gratitude. And then we have abundance, because the 10 of coins came for you twice. I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality, because you are the magician. Look at that energy. Powerful, powerful. So definitely a new phase of life that you're being prepared for, pile 3, excuse me. Let's look at the message for this card from the book. We have, this is really large, so let me see where to best pick it from. Okay, I'll go from here, and then there's a message over here, because this could take a while. Let's see, here's the card again. If you want to look at the images and see what you find, it says, the power and the importance of the feminine energy is not often recognized because it is vulnerable and therefore violated. Hence, this energy, essence of the earth, is systematically attacked in our civilization in both women and men, and in the earth herself. Now, I responsibly understand that this is inherited, and to solve this world conflict, I have to solve my inner conflicts. I embrace the sacred feminine in me. I connect with life, blood cycles. I connect with life, blood, cycles, what I feel, and that which I can't grasp with reason. So this is about regeneration. I regenerate my feminine side. I release control so that creation can flourish, along with intuition, dedication, and expression. Oh my goodness, we've had all these cards here. We have devotion, dedication, we have the cycles. We talked about the menstrual cycle, literally, the blood cycles. We talked about giving to the earth, giving our blood, sweat, and tears to the earth. And then it says, when yin and yang encounter each other, everything becomes sacred and divine. Morning dew comes to kiss the land. The woman nurtures, the man rejoices. And we had the feminine and we had the masculine. Wow, look at that. Look at that beautiful balance. Oh my God, blown away. Thank you so much, pile 3. This was a beautiful reading. If you liked it, do give it a big thumbs up. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, in case you want a personal reading. All the information is in the description box below. But really beautiful. Congrats on this new beginning. Heal yourself and take your power. And, be true to yourself and create whatever you want in this life. But make sure to also give yourself enough nurturing as well. Okay? Wish you much love and light. I will see you next time. Bye.